Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the grand finals of the Fragbite THOR Open Qualifier number 2, presented to you by Sidon. We are from DotaCommenters.com. I am B-Ball, and with me is Luminous, and it's up to 4FC to pull this out to a game number 3 because no Tidehunter has just been looking so strong, and they took it in game number 1, and looks like already a respect band towards Black, but I think they might have to worry a bit more on that TA.
I mean, if you do ban the TA, then you're dealing with the 985 gold per minute anti-mage or Ammo Bulldog's only hero. Not really Ammo Bulldog's only hero, because he played a fine Prophet, very, very nicely played, but it's Ammo Bulldog's lone druid. So it's like picking your poison.
That's true. That's the problem with having so many good players, but TA is going to be the ban, so that means they're probably going to get... will 4FC pick up Lone Druid themselves, or will they just let Armor Bulldog have it? That remains to be seen at the moment, but NTH, well, they decide to ban out May the Rubik, most likely the Darkseer. No, Keeper of the Light. They're just going to leave so many Imba heroes in the pool that they're just going to say, alright, you can have some, but we're going to have the others.
And you're not going to have Keeper. Apparently, no Tidehunter looking for some early game aggression because there's not many other reasons why you would ban the Keeper. He's not, I mean, generally, if he's picked, he's a catalyst for some mana heroes like Storm Spirit or a Phantom Lancer. But when he's banned, generally means that no Tidehunter wants to go for early game push.
That is the case. So 4FC, they're just like, alright guys, we're obviously going to give them a really powerful hero. Are we going to give them Darkseer? Are we going to give them Lone Druid? They're going to at least get Darkseer for themselves, but that means Lone Druid should be the pickup. No, Rubik, May, they're just going to say, okay, we'll just wait till the end till we pick up a Lone Druid. Otherwise, yeah, pretty interesting. But I expect a Lone Druid pickup at least here for Animal Bulldog, and there it is.
There it is indeed, and that's going to give away Enigma and Tidehunter both to 4FC should they want to actually pick that one up. That will give you very, very decent laning with solo mid-tide, long lane Darkseer, Enigma, and Juggernaut. Of course, that's going to give you quick levels, and more importantly, very, very excellent team fight. But let's see if 4FC is thinking of completely something else, because there's, again, you don't usually just ban the Keeper for fun, so maybe that ban is distracting them a little bit.
Yeah, they also have to be worried, because guess what? There's a Rubik on the other side, so even if we do get a huge ultimate hero, it might get stolen, so that might be their thought process here as they pick up Chen and Jakiro. Man, Eris Loco has been playing Jakiro really, really well, but he'll have to keep playing really well in order to pull this out to a third game, because right now, no Tidehunter, well, they're obviously not going to pick up Tide, unless they're going to troll us once again. But
they could pick up Tide, actually.
Yeah, they could pick up Tide, indeed. As right now, they have pretty versatile lanes at the moment. Rubik could play solo mid. Most likely we'll see him in a support capacity. No Tidehunter could pick up a solo mid in this phase right now. But 4FC, Darkseer offlane versus... Well, right now the lanes are a little bit up in the air, but Jakiro will be supporting this, the carry, and Chen will be in the jungle. That's all we know at the moment.
There's some very, very powerful carries still being left. I mean, Chaos Knight is a very, very good contender as a mid-game carry. In terms of any carries that has early game presence, Morphling is always there, the ability to waveform Chaos and whatnot. But for now, the push is not really being constructed by no Tide. I like the Chen pickup as well as Shakira pickup. Not only are they a great defensive hero, they're great heroes to take away from no Tidehunter's offense. So that's a very, very good pick as well. But seems like Eternal Envy is having a little bit of tough time dipping into the reserve time quite a bit to think about what they're going to pick next. Yep, Chaos Knight.
There you go. Luminous called it once again. Lumi Nostradamus, whatever.
Get good English, please.
Thank you, thank you. I try to keep it as much anglicized as possible.
Yeah.
But anyway, the ban phase is going to come in very, very soon, so 4FC, they're going to most likely start banning out potential mid lane solo heroes, but Chaos Knight, that means we could very well see a dual lane mid, so what will 4FC decide to ban? Probably ban out the Leshrac at the very least, because Chaos Knight just synergizes so well with that Leshrac in the middle lane, but they decide to ban out the Invoker.
Actually, I mean, I'm kind of disliking this pick from No Tide. First of all, I think this is actually Black's hero in a sense. And he's always going to play the bot lane. I've never seen Black go mid. And if you do go mid with that Chaos Knight, then Black is playing solo by himself on the bot lane, which I've never seen him do either. So in a sense, you could actually just predict easily that Black is going to be playing that. You're going to have a Rubik or something else supporting him. And to be honest, Chaos Knight farm isn't exactly the most broken thing. If you gank him once or twice, he is going to be able to be contained, and more importantly, you don't have to waste 3 more bans on carry heroes only. And in fact, you can see that 4FC is banning mids right now. I'm not sure whether I like that pick so early from the CK.
Well, we're going to see soon enough, as Void would be a good pickup for FC. They did use Void quite well in their win up against YR. So I expect maybe a Void ban, but no Tide, just saying no Tide for this game, as Enigma is going to be banned by 4FC. But Void would be a very strong pickup for 4FC, just because Darksker Vacuum and the fact that Void can move around even in Rubik's Chronosphere.
Right, but we've seen the game between 4FC and YR, the first game between each other. Void actually, when he whiffs the Chronosphere, or when the Chronosphere is on cooldown, there is a lot of leeway for no Tidehunter to do whatever they want. Again, great pushing is already being constructed. Lone Druid with this 40% demolish damage on the Spear Bear once he turns level 7. And of course, once Chaos Knight, if he wants to use Phantasm to do for tower pushing, that's absolutely insane as well. So there's quite a bit of good pushing hero. I think Jakiro is going to be huge in this game, simply because Ice Path is going to be a great shutdown to both the Syllabear, Spear Bearer, as well as Chaos Knight Illusions. Yeah,
so will we see 4FC decide to ban out the Enchantress? That could be a possible support for Chaos Knight in the safe lane, and Enchantress would synergize quite well with the Lone Druid in terms of just getting a really massive push going. But Lone Druid most likely will just farm up until he can get his relics, so maybe Enchantress wouldn't be the best pickup right here. Meanwhile, 4FC, they should pick up a mid-solo hero for themselves. That could be an issue, as Brewmaster was taken away, so we'll see if No Tide decides to ban out one last mid-solo hero before they go into the second pick phase.
Yeah, all of these hero bans, Keeper of Light, the Tidehunter, as well as the Brewmaster, are all heroes that could jump in and disrupt your push very much so. So I still don't know what the push is being constructed with. Lone Druid, again, Chaos Knight are both decent pushers, but not heroes that, you know, would knock down towers instantly and quickly. I think the Leshrac pick that you talked about is very key, and I'm very surprised to see that 4FC is not banning it. Instead, they're choosing to ban out the Enchantress instead. It would not surprise me at all if Chaos Knight is going to be paired alongside Leshrac.
Yeah, we've seen that lane so many times in the middle lane, but like you said, that's not really the role that Black is accustomed to be playing. But Black is a very versatile hero. I remember when he first joined Mouse, he often played the Sand King, so Dota players in general are very versatile and can handle most lanes very well. But yeah, Enchantress ban, so they are clearly fearing the push that might come in from No Tidehunter when it starts getting going. And Enchantress was a pretty good hero in that last game, but TA just ripped through her. Slaughter is the pickup to reduce the armor of the Lone Druid and just try to target him down. But Slaughter takes a bit of time to get going as well.
Yeah, and Slaughter against Rubik is not exactly where you want to be. To lift up the Fable, all of these abilities should really shut her down. The Spirit Bear Entangle is going to be great. Chaos Ball Illusions and the late game will shut down Slaughter as well. So this is a very gutsy pick. I think 4FC is looking for some mid-game aggression. Although, if you hit a quick level 16, it is minus 20 armor, was it? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, minus 20 armor is no joke. Also, Slaughter, very fast hero. You have Darkseer to surge in, so it's going to be difficult to escape from these guys once they win a team fight and you're on the retreat. So that is an option. Also, it's easier for your team to escape, even though Chaos Knight is quite fast, because you have the surge and you have the sprint. But still, Slaughter, like you said, a pretty gutsy pick, just because he does take a decent amount of time to get going. He wants a BKB, and he wants a bit of a tank ability. Usually Vanguard to BKB, wants a Blink Dagger as well. And in terms of raw DPS, won't be able to out DPS the Chaos Knight or the Lone Druid, so yeah, they're going to have to be very aggressive in the mid-game in order for this to work.
Also, picking up the Slaughter so early is kind of questioning. Again, if you want to pick for a kind of...
This pick is so awesome.
Disruptor?
Yeah.
What's so awesome about Disruptor?
Just because Slaughter charges in, send him right back.
Send him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good as well. Of course, Kinetic Field is going to be somewhat annoying. The Static Storm isn't going to be the most game-breaking thing to Slaughter himself, but the backline, the support backline of this is going to be so annoyed by that. But yeah, going back to my previous point, I'm not sure why you pick up Slaughter early. If you want to, surprise somebody with a, Slaughter pick, then you surprise them with the last pick. So is it going to be another surprise that we're seeing here?
It could very well be, and usually when we see such an early game hero like that, we usually see Keeper of the Light, so maybe No Tidehunter had that in mind, which is why they banned it out. But hey, if Rubik manages to steal Vacuum, suck everybody into the Kinetic Field and Static Storm, It's a
Oh,
long
that's gonna
shot,
be
but it could
ugly.
happen.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really ugly.
Yeah,
Last
so
pick here for 4FC. Still need either a good solo mid or something to handle the top lane as Twinhead and Slaughter go mid, correct?
that is the case. Maybe,
Or bot lane since they're on the Radiant side now.
yeah, that is definitely true. But yeah, it's going to be instrumental for Darkseer to, once he casts Vacuum, immediately cast something else afterwards, so Rubik does not steal it with ease. Or just make sure that Rubik is the first one to fall, so you don't get that Vacuum into Static Storm combination that could rip through the other team. But yeah, no Tidehunter. Shadow Fiend. Dang.
So I'm guessing we're gonna see a defensive lane Shadow Fiend, even though Shadow Fiend can go mid. Do you want him to go mid? I'm not sure, because you're probably gonna be laning against a Rubik, correct?
Yeah, in this game, I think you might be right, and I'm starting the mid lane with Jakiro backup. Chen can help out Shadow Fiend in jungle. I think those would probably be the most likely lanes. Jakiro with that Ice Path can stun both heroes in the lane, and because of that narrow ramp, it'll be easier to stun both heroes. So I think what you're thinking makes the most sense.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you start with like 40-ish damage, and Fable takes you down to, what, 30-ish damage? You're not lasting anything at level 1, so I think that's going to be it. I think No Tidehunter is thinking of that as well. This might be a good time to transition into offensive tri-lane. Chaos Knight does give that to you, but no, they're going to run a Lycanthrope. Now, this is something that we don't see at all, and it's going to be Kizzle, generally, that plays the jungle support. So I think he's going to be jungling it as well. Yeah.
No Tidehunter actually used defensive jungle Lycanthrope, and it makes so much sense when you know the other team is not going to be in your jungle harassing, because they're going to have to protect Shadow Fiend on the bottom lane or the middle lane if he goes. So they're not going to be in the jungle to hunt down the Lycanthrope. He's just going to do a bit of pulls, and once he gets it going, I mean, he's still as scary as ever to start. He's just a little bit more high risk. No time to actually use the strategy against MYM to win the game. So I think this Lycanthrope pick makes a lot of sense. The problem is that, of course, they have a lot of melee heroes, but still, once the push starts going, it'll just be ridiculously difficult to stop. So I like this Lycanthrope pick a lot.
Yeah, and also you gotta keep in mind the Lycanthrope recent HP nerf on the Wolf is gonna be it's gonna make it somewhat more difficult to jungle. You can still do it. It's gonna just require a little bit more micro, a little bit more attention being paid. And instead, now suddenly it is gonna be a dueling bot. Instead, Shadow Fiend is gonna just go the mid lane by himself. I don't think he could handle it. I really don't think he can.
Against a Rubik with a Disruptor roaming around, I don't think so either. Darkseer versus the Lone Druid. Oh no, Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight will have not an easy time, but should be able to hold on his own just fine. I mean, Ion Shell against Chaos Knight, it would be better if Lone Druid, but Animal Bulldog, he's most comfortable in this position. And he will be going against a Jakiro and Slaughter, but he does have to watch his positioning a bit, as Ice Path can come in. But yeah, I'm concerned about the Shadow Fiend, like you said, and they don't really have too much pressure against Lycanthrope in the jungle, where he is at his most weakest at around that level 1 point. Because once he starts getting his farm going, he's still as strong as ever.
Yep. Of course, Emerald Bulldog doing what he does best, which is going to be pulling the first creep wave. Or perhaps what I've seen him done in the past is do a huge merry-go-around and loop Holy Screw. Oh, the bear juking. Oh my goodness, look at this. Sick jukes.
Nice micro, but he can't resummon it after it takes player damage or if it dies. But Ice Path is going to fly in. This bear is still going to tank it. Chen, without a creep, can't really hold it in place. As this bear, no, it's going to run back.
He's going back. He's going for another lane of creeps, perhaps. I think so. No, he's just pit stop here.
It's going to die in a couple more hits. 200 HP left and 175. It will be able to escape in the nick of time, but he's at least going to pull the wave, and Slaughter is going to have a bit more trouble last hitting under the tower at the very least. He still managed to get 2 last hits. Gets 3 last hits from that wave, but good thing for Animal Bulldog, he managed to pull the wave, but this bear is going to die very, very soon.
And meanwhile, you can see that Eternal Envy is sitting in the mid lane here. Thunderstrike is going to be his first choice and skill choice, and I don't think Shadow Fiend has ever even seen a creep die yet. No, he's got some EXP, so he's got 2-3 EXP, but look at the massive carnage that's already happening. The Shadow Fiend haven't got hit yet, but, you know, look at this telekinesis backwards, toss him back. But here comes Chen. Chen does not have the best ganking creep, and that's going to force S4 to be back. And how well is Shadow Fiend lasting under tower? Not well at all, because he's got, like, no damage.
1-1, so it's not going well. Slaughter is 6-2, Chaos Knight 6-1. Way too early in the game, but it looks like Black is going to solo that lane for the most part. Darkseer will be able to get a lot of experience at least, but Thrall is going to help out Black now and force the Darkseer back away. Meanwhile, Lycanthrope, like I said, he's just going to be uninterrupted, and when Lycanthrope is uninterrupted in the jungle, he's still as strong as ever. He will get his damage. A little bit slower, but he still will farm relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Admiral Bulldog managed to get the creep wave to his tower, so he's going to get a lot of experience. So right now, it looks like no Tidehunter are performing quite well, but Xiaofeng at least is going to get some damage in the middle lane now that Disruptor has left the lane.
You can see that right now Shadowfiend has constantly the Fable being applied to him S4, just using the nuke straight to the face. But Shadowfiend says, alright, I'll just use raises to the creeps, and use raise to get the creeps. Shadowfiend is going to relinquish a haste rune to the Rubik, and that's going to be somewhat dangerous for the Shadowfiend if, let's say, Eternal Envy swings around for a gank. That could be quite an easy kill, especially with haste rune applied on S4.
Yep, Lone Druid constantly microing his bear, had to resummon it just then in order to save most of its damage because he just used a new one. But looks like Rubik has picked up a haste rune, so he can harass Shadowfiend quite a bit.
Oh, Krilly's trapped! Between the trees, Krilly's trapped between his own creeps, and he's not going to be tangling out. There's no tangles, trying to read now, and now the dragon's blocking him. My god, Krilly is so damn low. He's going to be fine, but now Chen comes around. Admiral Bulldog down to half HP. Shockwave number 1 has been used. Test of Faith, and this guy's walking for the Shockwave. He's going to get the Shockwave. Nice path. Shockwave. It's going to hit. One more hit. Admiral Bulldog. The burn. It hurts. It hurts. He's going to be fine. Still tangling on one more right click. Yes, that is the longest first blood I've ever seen, but they got it. Every single spell being hit. Wow, what a chase. What a chase.
That was so ridiculous as that Chen, Admiral Bulldog, Lone Druid in that range form does have high innate base movement speed at 315, so that was why he survived for so long. But now his bear is going to be on cooldown for another 70 seconds, so that's going to really hurt out his laning by a huge amount. So meanwhile, what is Shadowfiend doing? Shadowfiend is 13-2, so he's picked up his last hits at the very least. Rubik 19-0, he'll be able to get all the farm he wants and have complete control over the runes. Meanwhile, Black 20-5, not too concerned about this Darkseer who is 8-1. But all the while, Lycanthrope farming.
Yep, Lycanthrope farming unimpeded, I might have to add. But here comes Strangby. As I say that, Strangby's been playing solo mid for most of these games. Now we'll be switching it up. You can see that Kizzle in the jungle is using the micro, not sending the other wolves in to stop the clap. And because of that, you know, Kizzle is also going to be tanking a lot of wolves damage. Here we go. Back in the mid lane, though. How has AOX been doing here? Is he doing okay?
15-2. He's doing okay.
Doing a lot better than what we gave him credit for, right?
Yeah, one thing that's unfortunate for him is that he'll never be able to get runes, so he's going to constantly have to bottle crow, so that's a bit unfortunate for him. The courier will be constantly in use, but looks like Chen, he's going to die around, has a double damage rune as well. Admiral Bulldog, well, the bear was always on cooldown, so at least he'll have the bear for the next time he teleports down, but that he will take the fall, and Slaughter is going to pick up the last hit. Nicely done by Curly. And will they be able to pick out this tower? Level 2 of Liquid Fire, and it is below half HP. They should be able to push down this tower. So nice recovery by 4FC. They're winning the bottom lane very, very hard. Meanwhile, it's not like Black is doing too much on the top lane. Trying to go on Strangby. He's baiting out the Iron Shell, but Iron Shell is just going to turn around back onto Black. Black is going to have to get the heck away. But there's going to be a couple teleports bottom. Admiral Bulldog now has the bear, and Eternal Envy realizes the trouble Admiral Bulldog is in. It's going to help him out.
Yep, and I really believe that this early game is not going well, or as well for No Tide. I guess they're doing still okay in the jungle simply because they have the Tidehunter, or excuse me, they have the Lycanthrope doing okay there as well. Not much difference in terms of gold and EXP, nothing at least to write home about. So in terms of the early game aggression going in favor of the Radiant side, that's all they could hope for, and that's they should be happy about this because once a Lycan comes out of jungle, things are gonna get a little hairy.
finds him. Oh, just Iron Shell's the wolf. And he just resummons a new one.
Resummons, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. Darkseer might have been able to chase. He has Surge, level 3 Iron Shell, and Lycan doesn't even have Wolf, so I'd rather Darkseer chase him. But Lycanthrope's just going to be on his merry way and continue his farm. He's going to go for Medallion first, as was the case in that last game. Has the Chainmount. Medallion's being delivered to him very, very soon. So we'll see how this game shapes up, but Xiaofiend's starting to pick up his CS. What does he have delivered to him on the cur? Is that a Ring of Aquila? No, it is a Magic Wand.
Yeah, Magic Wand is going to be defensive pick. Ooh, that's Illusion on the top lane here. Did the F4 not spot it? No, he's waiting for his bottle. It's going to eat all the charges and then also going to bottle that charge. Very, very nicely done by S4. He's going to have basically full regen, but Shadowfiend basically unimpeded farm on the mid lane now. Once he hits level 7, he is going to just raise 2 creeps in a row, or 1 waves in a row with two, wow. 2 raise, 1 creep wave. is what he's going to be trying to do. And to be honest, he's having a really easy time now. I don't think Eternal Envy could stop him at this point.
Now, but one thing that is a bit concerning is that, you know, Black's free farm and Lycanthrope's free farming, Slaughter is really behind in terms of the CS, and Slaughter does need items. He's going to go for the Vanguard build. I like this choice a lot because Slaughter just needs to go in, charge, and do as much chaos as he can. And hopefully they'll bring down this tower. Liquid Fire being used. It's level 2. He's picked up 1 point of Dual Breath. He's going to go on the offensive for Admiral Bulldog. Can he find him? Ice Path, will it be enough to catch him? Nice dodge, but if he runs back in, no, he just waits out the duration. Admiral Bulldog should be able to escape. Dual Breath being used as well. Nice bear block for a little bit, but Curly is not going to relent on the chase. Looks like Curly is going to be able to kill off Admiral Bulldog a couple of hits. Entangle, the biggest entangle of his life, is going to save him. Admiral Bulldog gets reward for his faith in the bear with his life.
And yep, but the tier 2 is going to be pushed down on the tier 1, excuse me, is going to get pushed down. That's 2 clap creeps, and those going to be decimating the creep wave if they don't die. The glyph is going to be used, and nice micro to drag the aggro away. The next creep wave is going to be coming very soon. The bear, here it comes, trying to do more harassment. Clap number 1 is going to be used against one of the bears. It's still right-clicking on the tower. Still need a re-aggro. Hand of God being used just to keep those creeps alive. Boy, they really wanted this tower, and you can see the rotation on the mini-map. That is going to be the Rubik coming in. They still want these creeps, and I'm not sure whether they can get the creeps. Liquid Fire being reapplied very soon. Here we go. They will see S4 coming in, and you can see the immediate retreat of Curly and Co. trying to run away. Any entangles, body blocking with the bear. It's going to be crushed. They want to kill the bear, and I do believe they will. Ice Path being used as well. 100 go down the drain for them, and unfortunately, a little bit of HP down Silver Bear as well.
Yep, but Admiral Bulldog just going to resummon that bear. Only Stout Shield Admiral Bulldog has been pressured so hard, still managed to pick up 10 CS, so that's better than nothing. But still, really on the retreat, really on defensive. Disruptor actually, after getting that 1 point into Lightning Strike, went to 2 into Glimpse, 1 into Kinetic Field, pretty standard these days. Usually Disruptors don't even get any points into Lightning Strike, as the Kinetic Field going to be applied very defensively, just to stall for a little bit of time, but they're going to have to retreat right now. Unless they get help, no, Rubik is just going to stay in mid lane, and this tower is going to take the fall.
Yep, and here we go. Tower tier 2 is going to get destroyed. I thought the Dire team was going to be doing the aggressive pushing, to be honest, but instead it's going to be the team with Chen. Not too surprising if you think about it. You can see Kizzle. This is the difficulty of the Lycan jungle. Look at him. He's not really jungling. He's just trying to survive out here. Oh man, the wolves not going to be enough. But he's, again, I mean, he's trying. He's alive for now. He doesn't want to go back to in the fountain because he doesn't want to waste too much time, but he has to, I think. Oh my god! Those centaurs.
Flirting with danger, constantly living on the edge. Meanwhile, Black has been able to get his free farm, but Darkseer is just so annoying. 28 CS, but Darkseer constantly running back and forth in the jungle. Has the Soul Ring, has level 1 of that haste, level 2 vacuum, max ion shell, of course. Meanwhile, Shadowfiend, 52 CS, is starting to eclipse Rubik. No matter how much Rubik can cast, his cooldowns are quite long. So that Fade Bolt will not be enough to keep Shadowfiend away. And now the ring control is in favor of the Rain. They're going to de-ward Twin-Head Dragon, having the eternal struggle of every support, missing uphill constantly against that Observer ward.
That really is the eternal struggle. It's not about buying the wards, it's they be able to miss uphill as you deny. That just sucks.
Yep. Meanwhile, it looks like Darkseer does get pinged on the minimap. Can they follow him? Looks like Surge has already been used, so they're going to telekinesis. Here comes Wolf. He's very low HP. He pops out shell. Wolf will have to be really careful, but he still gets the last stick. Kizzles, the Lycanthrope, is the Wolf, in case you guys didn't realize. But meanwhile, middle tier 1 tower is going to get pushed. So 4FC trying to make their mid game work out before Lycanthrope and Bear get too much farm.
Yep, I really love the fact that quick reaction to the push. If you're playing solo mid against Shadowfiend, and if you're not dominating it, anytime that you leave the lane, you are in danger of your tower sustaining huge amount of damage. I can tell that ALX is not Tress switching as he's casting Razes. That means he's going to miss a couple more manas for the next race, but no big deal, as he is going to destroy the tower with the help of Jakiro. Jakiro took the last hit, and that's going to give him a lot of go. There's a haste rune on the bot lane not being scouted out. Massive de-warding going on the mid lane here, making sure that no sight shenanigans going on anywhere around here.
Yep, Jakiro gonna roam back to the top lane. Admiral Bulldog starting to get his farm going, 26-1, so not really at all. One thing that we should keep in mind is that even though I've been talking about the Lycanthrope, Black is still 66 CS is going for the Armlet, so he's gonna be very difficult to bring down, as there's gonna be engagement trying to get a lucky entangle. Is Admiral Bulldog, but Curly is going to be able to escape. Are they going to kill him? They're trying to go on the offensive. Looks like Sprint just wears off in the nick of time. But here comes a Chen. Rubik telekinesis him up onto the cliff, so Curly will be a non-factor. Kinetic Field being used as well as our Bulldog morphs back into his range form. Will they be able to kill Eternal Envy? No, Chen nicely sends the Slaughter back home, and looks like S4 is going to be in a bit of trouble. Hasted Jakiro, going to try to slow him, but Ice Path holds him in place, and Telekinesis is going to send him right back. Can they kill him? One Entangle will do it, but it looks like S4 might be the one to die. No! So much mana being spent, yet nobody will die in this engagement.
Wow, that's crazy. But back in the jungle on the top lane here, Krilly finds himself a... Uh-oh, the blocking is going to be coming. The Hasted Dragon, man, there's some movies going on right now. Hidden Tiger, Crouching Dragon, or the other way around. Nice block coming in, not going to be enough. The raise is not going to be enough. Either body blocking from the Bear. One more crush, and that's going to do it.
If he popped the wand a bit earlier, he might have been able to do it, but Lycanthrope, all the while snipes the Aegis the Immortal. Was that a kinetic field? I could not tell. Mechanism is used by the Chen. So rich at this stage in the game. Hand of God is cooling down very rapidly. Will they continue to push? Well, they do have to watch out for this Wolf because he's just free farming away. And this is what we saw so much a couple months ago. And this is what still could be a problem very, very soon.
Yep, really indeed. And tower is going to be somewhat slow sieged upon. At this point in the game, Black is not going to have a huge influence. I mean, he's been running around trying to set up kills, but unfortunately, this hero's not like an anti-mage, where if you just leave him in the long enough, he will give you the late game assurance as a for sure carry. And of course, if you're ganking him, he's not going to have too much going on. Here you go, 3-man gank party. They want to set up something. Ice Path could be eclipsing through a tree, but S4 in position to scare everybody away. Tornado set up the slow, and will there be Ice Path? No, there will not be.
No, there will not be indeed, as Rubik gonna cast some Ice Paths of his own, just saying, stop that tornado shenanigan. I'm tired of it. Creeps dancing back and forth. Looks like Black will be farming uninterrupted for a little bit longer. About 800 gold away from finishing that armlet, 700 gold rather. And once he gets that, he will be so tanky. You know, our Bulldog morphing to this true strength. Shadow Fiend, what does he have? He's about 900 gold, 800 gold away from finishing the BKB. Once he gets BKB, anything that can stop it only entangles, as Jakiro can be held in place by the kinetic field. Will they initiate on him? Here comes crisscrossing Ice Pass, making a total T against the Jakiro. Gonna pop all his spells before he dies, but Lycanthrope picks up one kill. Gonna go on defensive for the Chen, and this is where Lycanthrope does shine. Looks like Black manages to get Reality Rift going. Ice Path being used. Clearly trying to get back engagement. Looks like Aegis has one off. Keep in mind, Lycanthrope does not have the move speed after the Aegis anymore. That was fixed, so Lycanthrope gonna take so much damage. She will die to the Ion Shell. And now it looks like no Tidehunter gonna be on their tree. Curly still at health HP. Here comes Shadow Fiend as well, but they are all out of mana. Fable constantly being used. But yeah.
Man, that multiple Ice Path being sold on Rubik, more useful than a Twin Head Dragon, as cast time is non-existent. He was throwing it out because he has Mana Pool to do so. Kinetic Field being used as an escape mechanism for the rest of the guys. And S4 with the Invis Room picked up, I believe that was seen, but looks like these guys are not backing up, and that could be the death of him. As you can see, Black is coming around, and Strangby, he is not exactly the best chainsaw. He could actually surge his way out. Can he actually do it? Oh, he's magic wanding up, Surge is so on cooldown. No, Reality Rift back in. And that's going to be it for that Darksteer.
Yeah, wonder why you didn't surge. It was still on cooldown, like you said.
I see.
But yeah, 4-4. So much action, and yet only 8 kills, 14 minutes of the game. Very, very surprising, as Shadow Fiend has hit the 100 CS mark for him. You know, Lycanthrope 66. Looks like Chaos Knight 78. Just looking at the gold grass at this stage in the game. Raiden has a gold advantage, but that is to be expected since they have taken 3 towers, meanwhile the Dire have taken none. So the gold graph, not counting those towers, is pretty even. Meanwhile, Slaughter has the Vanguard. Will he go for straight BKB? Looks like he might be setting up for a dagger.
Yeah, dagger is a little bit very, very offensive, but I think it's a very, very good way to go about it. But back in the mid lane here, Telekinesis.
Top lane, Black gets sucked in. I don't know why he stayed at that tower for so long, but he will take the fall. Jakiro teleport in, and Black just stood there for a while. Oh, is he going to get away? Armlet just delivered to him in the nick of time. Will he be able to toggle it? How many charges does he have on the magic wand? It was just used. He has 4 charges. Dodges the Ice Path. Nice juking. Can the vacuum be used fast enough? Meanwhile, Laundry destroys the tower. Black is going to escape. Armlet saving the day.
Man, so Ice Path isn't as reliable as one you would like to think, as multiple Ice Paths have been missing this game, and I'm not really S4 gotta be somewhat careful. He's walking right in, tanking some Centaurs. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that Jakiro players missing those Ice Paths. It's just really hard to land, especially against a high mobility hero like the Chaos Knight.
Yep, 2 teleports in to save this tower. Looks like Strangby is going to escape just fine, as S4 teleports in. His very close to the mechanism. No, he has finished the mechanism. All he's waiting for is it to be delivered. I don't know why he hasn't done that just yet. Probably because items are being shipped back and forth down. Bulldog has picked up a very late hit in the minus, trying to get himself back into the game and get himself more experience. That's probably the main reason. Just get as much experience as possible.
Yeah, one thing to point out is that Midas is on the hero and not the bear, despite the bear needing the attack speed. And reason that you don't put it on the bear is that if it's on the hero, you get the EXP bonuses when you use the Midas. If it's on the bear, then you don't.
Top tower might be a huge bloodbath. Darkseer searches himself in, vacuum on 3, catches everybody. Kizzles at least gets the tower, but Ice Path is going to find Curly immediately picks up kill. S4 is going to be the next one to fall. Can Kizzles run away? Lycanthrope ultimate is going to be cooling down very, very soon. 1 second left. Can he get it off? He does get it off. Bear trying to body block as long as possible. Slaughter speeding away. Looks like Lycanthrope will escape, but that bear will be the next casualty. 100 gold goes into the bank of Slaughter as he got the last hit, and they're going to lose the tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, very, very good hidden ninja play here by Darkseer, coming out of trees to get that vacuum off and that to set up everything else. Unfortunately, tower is still destroyed, so I guess the Dire team did get what they come for, although it was a very, very heavy price for that tower. An immediate counter push from the Radiant team. They are going to destroy the tier 1, and probably going to pressure the tier 2 a little bit. Shadow Fiend gets the last hit on that one. Black King Bar already finished. Now, Black King Bar against this particular lineup of Lycanthrope, Spirit Bear, and Chaos Knight isn't the most important thing, but you still need to get it, because if you don't, Chaos Bolts, Fables, all those stuns would just bring you down very, very easily.
Yep, looks like they're not even going to get a tower trade as Mechanism is just delivered to the Chen, so that's very good for them. Doesn't even have to use it at this point. But bottom tower, it's going to get pushed by the Armlet CK, doing as much damage as possible with those 100% damage dealing illusions. But it looks like there's going to teleport back, forcing Black, at least getting the tower below half HP. As Curly teleports in, has a Vanguard so very tank, I don't think Black can initiate on him because more teleports will follow. As looks like Disruptor taking some tower damage, but 2 free towers for the side of 4FC. Definitely wanted that, as they do have to be worried about the late game, but right now they have such a big tower and map control advantage. Man, the gold graph actually dipped back a little bit because they managed to pick up 3 tier 1 towers, that is no Tidehunter, but now the tower count is firmly back in favor of 4FC.
I'm not sure if 4FC is actually doing enough, though. I feel like they need to take down that tier 2 in the mid lane and perhaps take a Roshan advantage, given the fact that they have Slaughter. They should, in fact, have the Roshan advantage. But remember, it was Kizzles that sniped it during the chaotic team fights that happened throughout the mid game. Yeah, they have the go advantage, they have the tower advantage right now, but is it enough? Because once we hit 10 more minutes of gameplay, Syllabir is going to have a Radiance probably by then. Chaos Knight is going to have another big item, Black King Bar finish likely, and Lycanthrope is going to have his Black King Bar finish most likely as well. And suddenly you're looking at multiple huge frontline tankers running straight at your team. And what do you have in the front line? A Slaughter and perhaps a Darkseer? I'm not sure if they could tank it all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what 4FC decides to do. It looks like Jakiro is going to take a bunch of damage. Lycanthrope, Slaughter blinks in, but Lycanthrope already went a hasty retreat. I guess beat a hasty retreat before that happened. Used his ultimate, so it'll be down for a little bit for the next 50 seconds. So we'll see if 4FC decide to make anything happen, as Roshan will be back in about 2 minutes. So Lycanthrope will have his Aegis Thor for a little bit longer. Looks like 4FC, they're going to try to get their mid push going now that they have the Mechanism, BKB, like you mentioned, Blink Dagger on SAR, so they have a reliable form of initiation. And he's going to start to pick up his Ogre Club relatively soon, and I don't know if No Tidehunter can actually stop this push.
Yeah, I don't think they can either. They're going to try to slow it down at the very least. Of course, here he comes S4 using that Fable, dropping it the damage of everybody else. That Fable, because it bounced 15 times, if you guys are clumping around, everybody is going to get the debuff, and it's going to be so very, very annoying. But instead, slow push will continue. But Chaos Knight, he's hanging out in the background. He's going to be trying to backstab. He sees Chen. Is he going to be going for a chance? Yes, he will. 2 seconds stun. No, he backs off just instantly. The Blink Dagger comes in right now against 3 or 4 Vacuum. Where's the wall? But there's a Static Storm coming right now. Everybody's silenced. And Krilly being focused by everybody. Krilly gets tossed out backwards. Razor #1 is going to bring him down. And there's a wall. Finally, Shadow Fiend comes in with the ultimate. But low Shadow Fiend ultimate gets stolen right now. S4 has it. The Entangle against ALX, but S4 still very low. Shadow Fiend ultimate from the Rubik. Not gonna hit anything, but the Requiem.
Return Requiem being used by the Rubik, as looks like
back. Oh no, he's gonna be right there by himself in the middle of everything. And you can see even before these guys finishing the big items, they are just so tanky.
Yep, as big lag spike once again. No frames dropped, so again, I am mystified and utterly puzzled. You there, Lumi? Well, anyway, as the teams run in place, huge victory for No Tidehunter. Picked off 4 heroes, got themselves back in the game, and keep in mind, they just stole so many ultimates, and Animal Bulldog is not reaching his peak anytime soon at this stage, so he's only going to get more and more powerful as the game goes on, as I think I'm going to get the disconnect relatively soon. I'm not too sure what is up. Yo, man, I don't know if I'm getting DDoSed or something. Dota 2 is just like, go away, B-Ballin. We don't want you here.
Everybody standing next to a double damage rune. Of course, that's for the Shadow Fiend. I mean, after that, the team fight being heavily won by No Tide in the mid lane, and of course, BKB now being finished on Chaos Knight. Do you think that the Dire team is full in control of this game right now, even though Krilly is trying to sneak those Aegis?
Well, I mean, they're only going to get stronger and stronger, and keep in mind, Admiral Bulldog did not have like any items during that engagement. We'll see if he picked up anything just yet. He has the relic up on the bear. If he finishes his ratings, this will be firmly in control of No Tidehunter. So it's up to 4FC to get back into this game and try to make something happen relatively soon, as they're going to try to take the Aegis. One thing good about Slaughter is he can kill the Roshan so fast. But
well, if he has damage.
Yeah.
He has no damage.
So amp constantly being reapplied to Roshan as teams are just jockeying back and forth, but the top tier 2 tower might get pressured a bit. Will they send somebody back? I think they're more focused on winning this Roshan engagement. They know the next team fight could decide the fate of the game.
Yep, of course, wards being dropped up absolutely everywhere. Look at how many wards are just in this one near vicinity. They know there's observer ward right on that clef. Oh, double damage is going to be popped. It looks like they want to take this fight. There is going to be BKB being used, and Chaos Knight is going to try to go in. He goes to the Chen immediately without the BKB. Oh, BKB Shadow Fiend. Oh, it's going to be right there, but will that be enough? Look at the Chaos Knight with the BKB. Says, I don't care. I'm going to just go for everybody. Kills the Shadow Fiend as well. Shadow Fiend's now going to be buying back, but without souls, you got to keep in mind now, Lycanthrope with the BKB. He's going to get 1 kill. Going for the Twin Head Dragon. Twin Head Dragon's gonna go down as well. That's a triple kill. That's a 5-man team wipe with the buyback involved. And the Aegis going the other way.
Yeah, no kills. I had the bug where it says 0-0, so no kills. So it looks like 4C actually had 0 kills that game, but that is not true. But Black was just too powerful. Got a triple kill, just thwacking people back and forth on top of their heads with that armlet and the Chaos Knight illusion. Man, Shadow Fiend could not do anything, and that's the problem with Shadow Fiend sometimes. He just gets out DPS and he takes a lot of farm, so it's difficult for other carries to farm up as well. So
yeah, Shadow Fiend, a lot of his damage in the early game comes from his raises as well as Requiem. So, and Chaos Knight with the BKB, Lycanthrope with the BKB just says, I don't care, I'll just keep right-clicking you and you could try to do whatever you can. And of course, the kill on the Chen right in the beginning, Chen did not cast any spell before he died. That was absolutely critical because he had both Mech and Hand of God. Who knew how the teamfight would have went if he could have got those spells? That just shows you the early game power, the early game DPS power of Chaos Knight. One of the fewer heroes in the game that could just basically one-shot hero in the duration of his stunts.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Chen had survived, they would have been at least able to kill Black because he was so low HP, constantly armlet toggling. That really saved his life. As Lycanthrope, what does he have? Radiance is up on the bear. Lycanthrope has the BKB and 2,700 gold in the bank. So he is ridiculously farmed. We can just check out the gold graph really fast. It's dipped hugely in favor of the Dire, even though Radiance still have a tower advantage and looks like they want more. They're going to get more very soon as there's going to be initiation on Slaughter. Shadow Fiend blinks in. BKB's ultimates hits S4. Can he steal the ultimate? No, it looks like Jakiro managed to kill Disruptor at the very least, but Disruptor probably the least important here on that team. Haste going out on the Shadow Fiend, going to save his life for now. Krilly, can he escape as well? It's so difficult to chase against his team with Darkseer and Sprint, but S4, can he get anything accomplished? S4 charging in, uses the crush, as looks like Animal Bulldog picks up a killing spree. S4 is just going to dive in, try to be a hero, but it looks like he's going to pay the price as Strangby is going to be forced back. Animal Bulldog now is going to be a force to be reckoned with that Radiance on the bear. Just does so much damage. And Lycanthrope, This is the power of Lycanthrope. This is what we saw for so many months. But here comes Slaughter back in. He's going to kill the Wolf at the very least. Kizzle's going to take as much damage. Going to kill the tower just as one parting shot before he dies in an instant. Animal Bulldog is going to try to retreat. Looks like the stun is going to come in. Amplify damage, holding him in place. Trying to move as fast as possible. Can the bear get a lucky entangle to save his master? Curly, half HP. Bear is resummoned and it blocks him. But Shadow Fiend Blink Dagger and he ends the killing spree. But still, huge. Another victory won by no Tidehunter, and Black was not even there.
Yeah, Black wasn't even there, and that's a big thing. Of course, the tower was destroyed. Nobody denied it. And Slaughter went in, Crush could have got the for sure Lycanthrope kill, but he knew Lycanthrope would have died eventually to his teammates, so he kept chasing. But Lycanthrope says, all right, I'll die. I'll just try to last at the tower, and he did. Again, why was nobody denying? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, mysteries of life as Curly, he's still quite far away, has yet to pick up an Ogre Club to go for his BKB. Meanwhile, keep in mind Black was not in that engage and still has Aegis. How much time is left on Aegis? 3 more minutes. He's going to sell his TP, get that Reaver, and now I think they could go for their push just because those illusions would be so tanky, do so much damage, and when Animal Bulldog responds, they can just go in and try to end it.
Yep. And right now we are seeing Twin Dragon trying to get some items going up. I do like the addition of the Medallion Courage, combines quite nicely with the amp damage coming from Slaughter. At this point, I think right now Krilly and 4FC, or Krilly and 4 friends, really need to get for some early game engagement. Go for pickoffs. Find that Chaos Knight, pick him off. Find S4, pick him off, and try to take the game 5 before, because they cannot defend against this insane push that's coming their way. I just don't think they can fight straight up. That last team fight, it was a BKB, Requiem Soul, and a Vacuum that hit multiple heroes, and it just did nothing.
Yeah, and here comes the push. They know Black is pretty much at his strongest. I mean, Shadow Fiend and Slaughter will start to catch up eventually, but Animal Bulldog has the reins. He's going to push in, try to kill it with the bear. Will there be maneuvering? There is maneuvering back and forth. Of course there's maneuvering. As S4, he's just juking back and forth. Disruptor, did you pick up anything relevant? Just smoke and treads. But still, free tier 2.
Yeah, free tier 2 indeed. Chaos Knight will just smack that one down. I think they're going to be comfortably walking into high ground. Again, Rating has shown no reliable answers. Here we go. Oh no, Krilly gets caught out here, and everybody in the bomb pops their BKB. Static Storm on top, and Krilly's going to be going down. They want Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend just dies before he pops BKB. Man, a galore of illusions in the mid lane, but it's Strangby that's going to be dying. That wall doing quite a significant amount of damage. It says Strangby's like, no. Being surrounded, Animal Bulldog will die to the illusions of the Darkseer wall, but Lycan still going strong, and Lycan will tuck Slam Boom. His path is going to come back. Shadow Fiend buys back. Right click. He's going to get 1 kill. They are going to get 2nd kill. He does have the Aegis. Will be using it right now, and perhaps they're going to get Chaos Knight kill once again. They probably will Ice Path. That will hit. Look at those Iron Shell damage. Oh, force that forward. Chaos Ball. Blink. 1 raise. 2 raise. Some Yaphet-esque. Some what? What? No. What?
2 tank. 2 tank.
I'm gonna toggle. Whoa, Dota. Too good.
Yo, I'm with 1 second cooldown on that toggle now, so that's really, really, really good, and that's making Black pretty much immortal in this game. But still, they defended the Rex, they defended the tower even. The tower took no damage whatsoever, so beautiful defense by 4FC.
Yeah, but they used like 4 buybacks for it.
Small victories, little victories. They defended.
They did defend this at the cost of 4 buybacks, or 3, whatever the buyback amount is. S4 gets found. S4, does he have the force step? Yes, he does. He's going to try to go to low ground, where Alex says, oh, no, he picks him up, throws it on the cliffs and says, YOLO, but he blinks back down. S4 says, man, why so many blinks, guys?
Literally, as he died, he said, yo, huh?
Yes, he did. Oh, he said, yo, low, guys.
Basher is up on the Wolf. Animal Bulldog has he made. He's going to go for that AC. Puts the Hand of Midas onto his hero back again, as he's going to get that experience level 16. So he's even more tanky. Meanwhile, any item progression by Shadow Fiend, 2.1k gold in the bank. He did buy back in the last engagement, so he has to go for an item right now. Will he go for Manta? Will he go for something that can pierce through the armor? As looks like the bear might get killed. No. But still, 4FC in such a difficult position. Looks like Chen gets sent back. Dies in about 3 hits. And Black, he's saying, who needs Anti-Mage? Who needs Clinks? Who needs all that? I can just pick Chaos Knight and own you.
I mean, a lot of teams just try to give free farm to Black. Or they don't try to get free farm to Black, but I mean, they always make sure that Black gets free farm, and Black rewards them with this kind of play, so that's why they're doing so well lately.
Yeah, I mean, less than 200 CS, 30 minutes in the game. Black is having nightmares. But still, I mean, his kill score makes up for it, 716, very ridiculous, and he hasn't died in a long while. So
like having a buy game right now under 500 gold per minute.
Obviously, he should just quit life and quit Dota. But Darkseer, 2,900 gold in the bank. Is he gonna go for a Hex? He is gonna go for Aghanims, I guess.
Who's going for Aghanims?
Darkseer.
I think he's going for HP. Well, actually, if he finishes Aghanims, does it do anything?
I don't think so. Not really, because
you get a really strong CK illusion.
That is true, and that CK illusion is very tank, but I think just damage is what they're really lacking. Not
the wall gives you damage, 140% damage on those illusions.
This is true. If only they had manager in line so they can instantly dispel those illusions.
There you go. There you go. Accept or finish. But I don't know about that. I'm not sure if it's enough.
Yeah, I don't know either. Double damage on CK, so he's just gonna walk around swagging out. As Shadow Fiend Illusion's gonna scout out the forest. Animal Bulldog, maybe they're waiting for the AC, probably waiting for the next Aegis to come up and then try to end the game. But AC will be finished in about 400 or 500 gold.
Yep. Also, with that said, on the back on the wall, wall's one of those things, especially with Acceptor on it, where you're team fighting, and suddenly, like, everybody's just dead on your team, and you're like, what the hell is hitting so hard? Like, it's one of those spells that is very innocuous, because it looks innocuous, and those illusions just does a ton, so just keep that in mind, because there's not much AoE on the Dire squad. They can't really clear out those illusions instantly, and suddenly, if, let's say, the Darkseer just box drag all those illusions, and then stick it on S4, like, he could just be all dead, like, dead instantly. But with that said, still dealing with multiple BKBs, multiple huge frontline strength tankers. So it's difficult for them to deal with. And Roshan is going to be back momentarily. Heart is finished on Chaos Knight, like you pointed out. And game's tough.
Game's hard. Dota's hard. And Roshan, yep, like you said, up in about 30 seconds. Radiant know that they had to contest this because unlike Aegis, Cheese will be around forever unless it's used. Rating any item progression, at least they have buybacks now. Yasha picked up by the Shadow Fiend as Aghanims on the Darkseer. Chen picks up the Ghost Scepter. That's going to help immensely. Mass Evoid time, I guess.
Yeah, you can see that the big smoke wraparound gank is being concocted. But the Dire squad is quite spread open. They're trying to find somebody in the enemy jungle. Wrong jungle, guys. Wrong jungle.
The Dire just chilling out in theirs, and they're like, oh man, they went to Roshan, as he has just respawned right now. And Roshan, we hardly knew ye.
You've been good, man.
Yeah, as Black just saying, I can take this man style versus this poor Roshan, but Jakiro, he might get initiated on. He's going to get glimpsed back into the kinetic field. He will be the first one to fall. Telekinesis being used as well. Pops the Ghost Scepter at the very least. Ice Path going to fly in. Here comes the Lycanthrope. Use Wolf and BKB for pretty much nothing, but still, that's going to be an Aegis at the very least.
But look at the Darkseer as well, Slaughter. They know they can't do it. They're going to try to get... Don't have that kind of DPS. This ain't anti-mage. And that was a absolutely free Roshan, and that was a strategical choice that they made. As soon as the Twin-Head Dragon got initiated on, they could all just try to go towards that direction, but they did it. So Abyssal Blade is finished. Aegis is going to be put on Lycanthrope as well. Who has the cheese? Is it the Chaos Knight? Yes, Chaos Knight has the cheese. Not that he needs it. Look at this guy putting Armlet constantly on, because he can.
Yeah, I mean, heart regen. Keep in mind that Armlet degen does not take into that, so yeah, just has a 90 regen per second. Pretty cool.
Yep, and they're going to be trying to push up top, but here we go. They want that bear, though. Make sure that bear is dead.
Yo, can't resummon it. No, he's going to resummon it now. And they're all forced to go back and defend, because they're just like, oh crap, there's a Horseman of the Apocalypse outside of our base. We should probably do something. They're going to glyph, that's what they're going to do. But will that be enough? Howl being used as well. Here comes the Blinking by Curly and gets sent right back.
That's like a free initiation for like Chen, you know, like the Chen sent back initiation. But Tower's going to get mowed down right now. And the siege is slowly but surely commencing. They still need a big wall that they bought the Acceptor for. But Strangby It can't just find these guys clumped up. Look at how separated they are. They're using the Silver to go in. There's a wall. It grabs one. There's a Sack Storm being used right now. Oh, Strangby, he's being focused. He's being focused. No, nobody's focusing him. There you go. The stun comes in. Strangby, very, very low. Where's the vacuum? Where's the vacuum? No, he's stunned up, bashed up. And here we go. AOX trying to do the damage. They do kill S4, but he is going to go down. And that's got to be it.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend managed to kill Disruptor with his last gas, but monster kill up on Black. Lycan is just too farmed as well. Everybody's too farmed on the side of the Dire. And the fact that Darkseer got stuck in the Static Storm for the full duration and then got Abyssal Bladed just really, really hurt their teamfight chance in order to win that. And that is going to be the game. 2 racks are going to be taken. They can switch around to the top lane if they choose to do so. GG, well played, is called by 4FC. And looks like no Tidehunter are going to keep up their impressive streak of winning in these qualifiers. They're going to be able to qualify for the land finals in Stockholm, Sweden in early December. Very, very soon. 6 more qualifiers remain, but shoutouts to no Tidehunter for beating the Fragbite THOR qualifier open number 2. And if you want to sign up, you too can sign up and join the tournament and test your mettle against pro teams. Hey, it's an open tournament.
It's an open tournament. You could play against the likes of MYM, you know, Scon's Elite in this one. I casted as well as Notide, the victor of this one. But shout out to 4FC as well. They play very well, just not good enough against Notide. Very, very, I don't want to say experienced team because they just, you know, kind of splash out of nowhere, but very, very powerful team nonetheless.
Yep, and shouts to all of you who stuck with the broadcast, so thank you for watching. I am Bebon for DotaCommentaries.com. With me was Luminous, and we will see you again very soon next week for qualifier number 3. 6 more qualifiers remain before we get our final lives for Stockholm Sweden, so thank you for watching, and tune in next time.